All right, so today I'm going to be talking with Angel about her experience with the Youth Neurology Education and Research Program. Angel, thanks for joining me today. Why don't you tell anyone watching this just a little bit about yourself, your interests, stuff like that?
I'm Angel. I'm 19. I'm currently a rising sophomore at Emmanuel College. My major is neuroscience on a pre-med track, and I really enjoy watching Netflix.
Great. I think a lot of people probably do as well. And Angel, how did you find out about this program in the first place?
So when I was in high school, I was part of a club called YHLC, which stands for Youth Healthcare Leadership Council or Coalition. And one of the program coordinators, I was able to formulate a really good relationship with her. So after high school, we still keep in contact. And so she had sent me a PDF with information about this program. So I figured to apply because I miss doing research and I miss being in the lab.
Awesome. And have you generally enjoyed the program so far? We're getting near the end of it.
I have. I have. I feel like it went by really fast.
Yeah, I agree. The weeks definitely fly by pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And if you had to pick one specific part of the program, what would you say has been your favorite part?
I think actually doing like the research, like the actual, you know what I mean? Like kind of being with my mentor and being in the lab with her. I was able to go to the lab a few times this summer. So that was my favorite.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's definitely a different experience being able to actually do things, especially if you've been learning about them in a classroom and stuff, and you actually get to put them into practice. I think that feels good.
Yeah.
So, building off of that, what would you say has been like the coolest thing that you've gotten to experience since you're actually getting to do things?
Um, I watched my mentor, Dr. Harriott, elicit a cortical spreading depression on about three animals. Um, and like obviously I'll get into depth with what that is during the presentations and stuff, but I thought that was pretty cool because essentially she was giving mice migraines. Literally, that's
Oh,
what it
okay.
was. Yeah.
And would you say that the program has made you like more interested in thinking about doing something like this after college, or has it helped you kind of direct your aspirations in any way?
um, so I've known that I've always wanted to go into science. So I think if anything, it's kind of just strengthened my passion. If that makes sense. Every opportunity I get when it comes to programs or research internships usually just like strengthens it because I'm really adamant on pursuing medicine.
Awesome. And I know you mentioned your mentor, and you've obviously been working with her throughout the summer. I know there's also another student working as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel like those are connections that you'll be able to try and work on and continue after the program? And have you made any other connections with people throughout the program?
Absolutely. I think I'm really happy that I've been able to meet Dr. Harriet because so just like some side information, I'm really interested in like endometriosis research and like women's health. And I told her that, and she had mentioned something about knowing, I think, the director of endocrinology at Women's Brigham, something like that. Don't quote me. And so then after 2 weeks, she came back to me and she was like, "Hey, I was actually approached to do a research study on migraines with correlation or with association of endometriosis. If this moves forward, would you be interested in like working on it with me?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I would." It was like giving candy to a baby. I was so excited. I was like, absolutely. So yeah,
So that's like exactly what you would want to work on, basically.
literally. And I remember explicitly telling her, like, if I had to pick one thing that I had to focus and do research on for the rest of my life, it would want to be endometriosis and trying to find a cure for that. So
Wow, that's pretty amazing that that kind of lined up perfectly like that.
I know.
So those are all the questions I have written down. This is kind of a good time for you to, if there's anyone, in high school or college that's maybe thinking about the program, or they're just not sure maybe if it's for them. Do you have any message to them on what you think they should do?
So I would say if you are interested in pursuing like a career solely based on research, it would be like an excellent opportunity to pursue only because you're strengthening, like your research skills and your communication skills. Because at the end, we do have to present like what we've been studying all summer. I would say if you're looking into something like a MD, um, there is an opportunity to shadow. Dr. Mejia, who's kind of like the head of the program. And so if neurology is something that you think you want to pursue, but you've never shadowed a neurologist before, it would be like really beneficial to take that opportunity because she's more than willing to, let you shadow her. Um, for a while, I thought I wanted to go into neurology, but then after shadowing her, I was thinking like maybe neurology, but more so endocrinology. And I think it aligns with what I want to research long term as an adult. And so if you're looking for like MD, PhD kind of thing, I think it would be perfect because you get to meet different people, different speakers who have pursued what you want to pursue. So it gives you a lot of insight and it gives you like opportunities to kind of discover whether you want to do that. I think if I was in high school, I would do this definitely in high school, but especially as an undergraduate because that's when you start really, really thinking about what you want to do long term. It helps.
And you never know when something perfect might drop right into your lap, like it sounds like it did with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that's a great message to leave people with. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy week. I know you were working on presentations and all that stuff this week. So wish you the best of luck with that and appreciate you taking the time to chat with me.
Thanks. Thanks for
All
having me.
right.